So far in 2019, I've been lucky enough to have some very impressive flagship smartphones stashed in my shorts. And yes, believe me, premium handsets are the only impressive thing you'll find if you rummage around down there. I've reviewed Samsung's S10 Plus and the Huawei P30 Pro and plenty of other expensive mobiles, but the OnePlus 7 Pro is probably my favourite of the lot. This thing has the smarts to stand tall against any rivals, with plenty of style and panache to boot. I've used the OnePlus 7 Pro as my personal phone on and off for the past couple of months, and recently I returned to it full time, and damn, I am still in love. Now, there's no denying that the OnePlus 7 Pro is an absolute beast, and it's got quite a heft to it as well. Seriously, hurl this thing against a brick wall and I'd be more worried about the state of the wall. So far, my review model has picked up a few light scratches and nicks on that pre-installed screen protector over the past couple of months, but there's still no sign of wear on that Gorilla Glass 5 rear end, and that's after being unceremoniously stuffed into my backpack or shorts pretty much every time I've left the house. Plus, that matte style surfacing on this model means greasy prints aren't too obvious, so the phone doesn't get all skanky after a proper fingering. And the OnePlus 7 Pro has absolutely no trouble with water either, despite its lack of an official IP rating. Seriously, you can get an absolutely drenching and just towel it off, it'll be absolutely fine. It's like Michael frickin' Myers, it just will not die. Which means that overall, the OnePlus 7 Pro wins 4.5 Jason Stathams out of 5. It's proper hard, innit? Now, one of the problems I had when I originally reviewed the OnePlus 7 Pro was with the volume rocker. Every time I tried to boost the volume a little bit, it would get stuck and therefore blast my music up to 100% and shatter my eardrums into tiny fragments. Thankfully, this has resolved itself over the course of a month or so. Still not ideal for a premium smartphone, but at least it's fine. Just in time to save what's left of my hearing. And one of the major reasons to upgrade to this Pro model over the standard OnePlus 7 is that beautiful 6.67-inch display. Yeah, you heard right, this is almost a 7-inch beast. Thankfully, that panel does wrap around the edges, so the handset isn't too girthy for now. And this AMOLED panel from Samsung is like crack for the eyeballs. Seriously, I don't even know where to start here. The Quad HD Plus resolution means you enjoy incredible detailed clarity when browsing your photos and streaming movies, while that HDR video playback is among the best around. You can expect perfect contrast and natural looking colours with full support from the likes of Netflix. It's a proper full view experience here, as well as that selfie camera is hidden away in that cute little pop-up housing, which by the way is no less adorable 2 months later. I also love just how customizable the OnePlus 7 Pro's display is as well, even more so than usual. Jump into the calibration mode, I like to have it in sRGB level because it just gives a very nice, realistic, natural tone, but if you prefer more vivid hues, your standard sort of output you would get on most smartphones, then that's perfectly acceptable as well. It's great stuff. But the most impressive aspect of the OnePlus 7 Pro screen is that 90Hz refresh rate, which means you'll absolutely glide through menus with an unbeatable smoothness, while supported games play with the kind of responsiveness you just don't get from other flagships. I have no real complaints when it comes to that fingerprint sensor either. It is an optical effort, just like most in-display fingerprint sensors that you'll find on modern smartphones. It's not an ultrasonic effort like you get on the likes of Samsung's Galaxy S10, which is more accurate and reliable as it actually records a 3D image. But all the same, that scanner only stumbles when you've just washed your hands or your fingers are covered in avocado pulp or something like that. And yeah, that's right, I eat avocado. Just because I'm northern, it doesn't mean I just stuff sausage rolls and peas pudding in my face for every meal. You big racist. No worries though, because that pop-up camera can scan your mug if your hands are out of bounds for whatever reason, and face recognition is still impressively nippy. It's only really flummoxed by sunglasses, so I guess don't go eating your avocado salad outside. And the OnePlus 7 Pro isn't a disappointment when it comes to the audio either, despite the slightly irritating lack of a headphone jack. It's got stereo speaker setups, pretty powerful, quite punchy actually for a smartphone, and of course Bluetooth support, got Bluetooth 5, perfect connectivity even in quite busy areas, and you've got full aptX HD support to boot. Now, this past month I've reviewed some shonky mobile software, including the still not very good MIUI from Xiaomi, so returning to the brilliant OxygenOS here on the OnePlus 7 Pro is quite often a blessed relief. It feels like stock Android in many respects, but packs a surprising number of bonus features, most of which are actually genuinely worth having, be it the excellent gaming mode, which can block notifications and now also record your session too, or the fact that you can pull down that notifications bar from anywhere on screen, just as well because my thumb's on 12 freaking inches long. Many of the new features found on the OnePlus 7 Pro don't really add that much to the overall experience though, and I've got to admit I've only used Zen mode once since my original review, mostly because when I am chilling I tend to be streaming music or something using my phone. Sitting there in disconcerted silence waiting for the timer to slowly tick down over 20 minutes is seriously more stressful than it is relaxing. But overall, the OnePlus 7 Pro offers a very well organised and satisfying software experience. You can go check out my in-depth look at the new OxygenOS by hopefully clicking the linky thing if I actually remembered to bung it up there. Otherwise, just type in OnePlus 7 Pro best new features and hopefully my ugly mug will pop up. As for performance, well, there's nothing really to add after my 1 week review. This thing has a Snapdragon 855 and 8 to 12 gigs of RAM packed inside. It's fast, people. It's really f***ing fast. And gaming on it is just incredible, thanks to that enormous full view 90Hz AMOLED screen and of course the excellent gaming mode. It's beautiful stuff. And I'm definitely still loving the battery life on the OnePlus 7 Pro as well. Easily the best smartphone battery life from OnePlus to date. Even at the end of a very long arse day, you'll still have some juice in the tank, unless you've basically been hammering it with PUBG Mobile or something like that. And no worries if you do run out of juice, because the ridiculously quick Warp Charge 30 is absolutely mental. If you forget to plug your phone in overnight, don't worry, just get it charging when you're in the shower, and by the time you get out all shiny and clean, you'll have almost half a charge ready and waiting. Bonkers. Now, in the past couple of months, OnePlus has put out a few software updates here on the OnePlus 7 Pro, and most of them have been concerning the camera tech, tweaking the likes of the HDR and the low light performance. I've already fully tested that triple lens camera, and you can see my S10 Plus and P30 Pro comparison right here on TechSpert, but I have noticed that some of these little camera updates from OnePlus have had a bit of an impact recently. Originally, HDR shots were a clear improvement here on the OnePlus 7 Pro compared with the older OnePlus 6T, but still not quite as strong as some rivals. You still had quite murky elements at times, and occasionally the lighter elements were blown out. Post-update, the OnePlus 7 Pro seems to cope more easily with bright sunlight. Those colours definitely look a lot more natural. It's definitely rare to see any blowout either. As for the nightscape mode, that's still great, and it's been tweaked so now you get even more natural colours in low light situations. The results are almost on par with Google's night mode, offering bright, sharp photos. Great stuff. And photos taken with the ultra-wide angle and telephoto lenses have now also been tweaked, so once again those colours appear more natural. Before, the ultra-wide angle snapper gave you quite warm colours, while the telephoto lens often washed out the image, but now you get much closer results to the primary lens. No compromise. Overall, the OnePlus 7 Pro has a very capable shooter that will definitely more than impress the average consumer. It's not quite as awesome as the Huawei P30 Pro, but it definitely gets a thumbs up from me. So 2 months following on from when I first got my hands on this bad boy, the OnePlus 7 Pro is definitely one of my favourite smartphones of 2019, certainly one of my favourite flagship smartphones. What do you reckon? Are you tempted by the OnePlus 7 Pro? Maybe you've got it already? Definitely be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below, and please do poke, subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech. Cheers everyone, love you!